Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers and the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, but today I'm coming to you as part of the NJJM Creative Design Team for February of 2022. And if you want to find everybody else's videos or posts, look in Facebook group and look for the hashtag MMDreamTeam, and then you'll find them. All the information will be below. This is for MelodiMade. You can find her website at MelodiMade.com. She has a YouTube channel, youtube.com/MelodiMade. That doesn't seem right. Seems like there should be a C in there. I'm going to have to look that up. I think I wrote it down wrong. Anyway, the links that you need, all of them, are below the video. Okay, so today, working with the same kit with all the cute kitties, what we're going to do is we're going to do a CD cover. So that's going to involve using the big shot, so we'll do that. I have fussy cut out a butterfly, which did not come with the kit, but it's the only thing I've used that didn't come with the kit. And I fussy cut out the flowers from the corner of one of the pages. As you can see, it came from this page right here. And I've also moved my camera closer. It's a little bit different angle, so I have to remember to keep everything in my little area here. And let me know in the comments if you like the new angle, close-up angle, and I'll leave it like this. And yeah, okay, so we've got the ephemera. We are probably going to use this, but it's possible we may not, this washi ephemera. So I've got most of the stuff cut out just because in the interest of time, they're just squares. They're like 4 7/8 by 4 7/8. A regular CD cover that doesn't come from Amazon is usually a 5 by 5. I cut this 5 by 5 and then it was off by a little bit, so I had to trim it. So this is going to be our back cover, the one without the circle, because otherwise it would cut into the kitty a little bit. I could have made a smaller circle on the front, and then you would have seen the kitty, but I think I'll put him on the back and we'll put the ephemera on the front. And then this is going to be the front because we're going to put the ephemera and the washi on there. So, and remember, there'll be a big circle in the middle. So we're going to put in a card, and I'm leaning towards, well, I like this one. It has the writing on the front. It has the kitties on it, and this part sticks out so that it's easy for you to pull it out. Okay, I might have to trim this just a smidge to bring that in just a little bit. Remember, I haven't had to print anything twice. Everything is just from the kit original, except for this page right here, and that's because it was a test page and it's on typing paper. So I didn't type or print it out on purpose, but we are going to use it anyway. So let's see, front back card. This is also a possibility for a card. We may put in 2 because it has writing lines on the back. All right, and it's got a cute pattern too. They all have cute patterns. In fact, they match. I didn't realize. So anyway, that looks like our moving parts. This is going to be the inside image, I believe. Yes, the inside image. I don't think the whole thing is going to show, but I'm hoping the kitty, at least half of the kitty and one of the hearts. Well, I know if the kitty, part of the kitty shows, the heart will show. And that's just so when you take the card out, there's an image there and not just a white background. The Amazon CDs also have this, let's see, where did it go? I'm getting all my parts mixed up. Also has this little thing on the back, and I'm not really sure why it's there, but it needs to be covered up. Now, with this particular CD cover, we're going to use it closed because we're just going to use it as a card to use in your book. However, you can make it an element in your book by leaving the flap open and just covering it. And then you can stick this in your book as a little page or just a flip out. You know, when you get all flipped out. Bad joke number 1. Okay, so since this is the back, let's put it on the back of the CD cover. Let's make sure it's right side up. We're going to, since we're going to glue it all the way shut, I guess it doesn't matter, you know, whether this is at the top or the bottom or whatever. We just want to make sure that the images are oriented the same way. In other words, we want this one to go up and down, and when we flip it over, it won't matter with this, but when we put the ephemera on, we want to make sure that the flowers and the butterfly are at the bottom corner, facing the same way that the kitty cat is. So the kitty cat's on this side, so once we cut the circle out, we may put the ephemera over here and put the belly band stripe up there and the butterfly. Okay, that's our plan. So onwards and upwards. So what we're going to do is, oh, and I'm instead of the black, this is a kind of a lighter feel to this. So I used spun sugar distress oxide, which is less opaque, which means it's a little bit darker. You don't see through it as well. And I had this because it was the only way I could get this color was in this big one. Okay, so we're going to be using that, but we're going to have to trim some stuff, and that means we're going to have to re-ink. Plus, it looks like I didn't remember to ink the cards. That wasn't very smart, was it? Well, when I ink what we trim, then we'll ink the cards. I thought I had inked everything. Apparently, just the CD covers. All right, anyway, so what we need to do is take the front cover, and we're going to cut a hole in the center using the Big Shot. And this is the biggest circle that I have, which is one size smaller than the circle on the CD cover, which actually works out good because then you have kind of like wiggle room, and you don't have to worry about it lining up exactly. Okay, it makes your image a little bit smaller, but not that much. All right, so the easiest way to do this is to move all the other stuff out of the way, is to take your ruler, your pencil, of course just having your ruler is not going to work, and draw a line diagonal from opposite corners, which is diagonal of course. And then do the same on the other. You won't see this, of course. You don't have to go back and erase it, is what I mean. And then this is the center of your square. This works with squares. Okay. It also works with circles, by the way. So what we're going to do is we want to find the center. Now you want to put the blades towards the paper. I don't know if you can see these little raised up areas right here. Those are actually blades, and that's what cuts the paper. So you want to put that down on the paper, and then I just center it and run it through. Some people use washi and washi them down. I'll do that this time so you can see what that process is like. Let me find some washi that I'm not really wild about. Don't think I'll be using a lot of hot pink. And it doesn't matter. The blades are facing down, so it doesn't matter about the washi tape being on here. And this will hold it in place. Oops, sorry about that. Okay. I'm opening and closing every drawer, trying to figure out what drawer the washi's in. All right, now I have to stand up to get the Big Shot, so you might hear a little bit of noise. Or you might hear a lot of noise, depending on how well I pick it up. Okay. This is just an extra piece of cardboard that I put in when I do embossing. We're not embossing anything today. You know, we could emboss the cover. Thinking. All right, let's decide after we get the hole cut. So you can take these 3 plates. This one goes on there always. Sorry about the dog hair. They're very staticky. The plastic is very staticky. And Oz, who will usually make an appearance. Most people know him. And then you put the little spacer in there. Kind of bumps it up a little bit because we're using the thin die. That's what they're called, die. Die is, in this case, is plural and singular. And we put the clear one on. Can you see that? Because I'm in so close, and this is kind of a big piece of equipment here. And then we put this on. Can you see that? Okay. And then you put the other plastic one over it. And then all you do is crank this, put it through the through here. It's like making pasta. Let's back it up. I store it like this. You shouldn't ever store it with the things in between. Every once in a while, these get curved. This one isn't that bad. This one is more so. You can see the curve. They get curved like this. So you should flip them over. Use them one way one time and one way the other time. And the etching on here is normal and fine because it's from the little blades. Eventually you have to get new ones. They're not very expensive. So, well, the washi does help hold the circle in there. So let me move this back. We'll think about embossing in just a minute. Because that would be kind of fun. Make it look a little bit fancier. So we'll take the washi tape off, which it has now been squished down on there, which is another reason I'm not a big fan. But there are different things when you're just doing those little edges and little scallops and things on the edges of paper that you would probably need the washi to hold it down. Look, some of the pencil, the lead from the pencil because of the pressure got transferred. So now we've got the hole cut out. That leaves you with this, which is pretty cool. It's got, you can see it better from the back. It's got these little holes where the teeth cut out the circle. And save this, and you can use it with your ephemera. Okay, let's put your blade back away. I keep them in CD covers, ironically. But I keep all of them, squares, triangles, you know, all my... I got some flower ones recently, and they're very pretty, or tall plant ones. They look like the Tim Holtz ones, but they're not rip-offs. I wouldn't buy rip-offs. They're just similar. Okay, so here's our cover. Now we need to ink the inside. And it looks like I was off just a little bit. So let's see if that makes a difference. That's why we used that little bit bigger one. Guess I could check before I went to all the trouble of inking it, but... Now, I trimmed this down a little bit. Okay. That's alright. That we'll just trim one side. We're going to trim one side to open it. Huh. That's so weird. It was too big. Now I've trimmed it, and it appears to be just a little small. What about the back? Nope, the back is fine. Bizarre. In fact, the back is a little big on the top. Maybe these aren't really square. They look square. So we're going to put a little bit longer side facing the same way as our little bit shorter side, and that way when we cut them, we'll cut them both off. Does that make sense? Okay. So if that's going that way, doesn't matter. This will go this way. It won't matter until we put the ephemera on. So let's tap them this way. Let's put our picture inside before we glue it shut. That would be a good idea. Which is this, which I haven't cut yet. I thought yeah, it says inside. I thought I cut one. It was 4 3/4 by 4 3/4. Because it doesn't have to be exactly the same. What if we do it 5 by 5? That'll give us a little wiggle room. On the inside. We may have to trim it down, but we can trim it down from this side. Yeah, see, when it's 5 by 5, it's too big. Okay, we want it to go inside. So we want it to be even smaller. I just said we were going to trim it off this side. There I go thinking again. I thought I had everything ready. Let's go 4 5/8. It's just weird. I've done a bunch of CD covers before, obviously, but the ones from Amazon just kind of keep giving me trouble. I don't think they're a standard size for some reason. Their little Amazon Prime brand is maybe not so prime. Okay, so let's see what this looks like inside. Ah, very cute. Okay, so now let's put some glue in there. Just to make it a little easier, I think I'll take a 16th off. That way we can slide it in and out easier. Put the glue on the back and slide it in. Don't really like working with typing paper, but in this case it will slide in and out of there easier. And it won't fill up so much of the CD case that it makes it difficult to put the card in and out. Or the CD cover, yeah, CD case. Okay, so let's put him in. Just to make double sure now. I think I'll put him in this way, because then we can glue it shut. We need to glue him in so that when we take the card in and out, he doesn't come in and out too. You can use Fabri-Tac on typing paper. You don't have to use art glitter glue. And we just need it glued in there well enough that it doesn't come out when we take our card in and out. Okay. My friend Cassie made this for me and I just love it. I think I say this in every video right now. Oh well. Just kind of open it up, slide it in there. That's one thing about typing paper. Yeah, the glue's now stuck. Oh, we can still close it. And the reason we're closing it is because this is thicker. We're going to trim this end. Nope, we're going to trim this end. So we have to keep that in mind when we do our goofy papers. Oh, how cute. Okay, so we want to make sure this is the end that lines up perfectly. I don't know why that looks like that. It almost looks like a pencil mark. That's bizarre. Now, do we want to emboss it too? That's the question. And then emboss the back. It would be kind of fun, wouldn't it? Let me see my embossing envelopes and see what I have. I think I have one. I thought I had one with little... Oh, it's a big butterfly. I thought I had one with little hearts all over it, but it doesn't look like I do. Oh, I got one with little... Oh, I do have one with little hearts all over it. Obviously, I haven't used this one before. We'll do it right up the center on the back. Oops. Keep these. You can use them in your journals. Okay. Get my leg out from under the mic cord. I keep saying I'm going to start using the mic that comes on the webcam, but I never do. I don't think this is wide enough to do, you know what I mean, the front of the paper because of the hole. So let's just do the back. That'll be fun. Let's bring our big shot back. You won't be able to see it very well on camera, but you'll be able to see it pretty good in person, and you will be able to feel it as well. So we're going to do the same thing, except for I'm going to have my little extra piece in here that makes it just that much thicker, not very much at all. Okay, let's take the piece of paper we want to emboss and put it between the folder. I don't know why they don't make the folder big enough. to, let's see, wait a minute. This is going to push this down into the holes. So you want this to be on the raised up side. My story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm new at embossing, so I like it. Let's make sure it's even. Even on both sides. Today's my granddaughter's birthday. She just turned 15. Yay! Let's see, I think we put it through without the other piece. Yes. I don't know. Can you see that on the paper? Probably not. Let me show you on the back side. You should be able to see the hearts. So that's cute. I like it. Good idea. I'll put all that away later. Let's move it out of the way for right now. Sorry about that. I just stepped on the mic cord. You went flying. Clip you back on. Okay. I'm a big klutzy self. So let's glue this onto the front. Remembering that, let's glue this shut. Okay, this is the part where we want to make sure that the paper is glued on. We want this side to be the taller side, or the longer side. That's not going to work out. Let me mark this. It's very difficult with these off sizes. It drives me crazy. I wish they were 5 by 5. Yeah, it looks like it's 4 7/8 maybe. Just gives us more embossing. Okay. Kitty this way, kitty that way. Yep, now he fits perfect. Let's just flip it over this way to glue it. I love the little hearts embossed down there. Down the middle. I don't know why they don't make them wide enough to go through the big shot to give you the full 6 inches wide. I have no idea. It's a secret, apparently, that no one knows the answer to. Let's see, I flipped it around again. I had to ink the side that I trimmed. Okay, so that's our back. And then our front doesn't matter as long as it's the right size. Yep, we want to trim this end. So we'll glue this on. So right now it's just a specimen thing. So you could leave it glued shut. If you had some kind of, the neighbor's dog sounds like a horse. He's going up and down the steps. I'm surprised the big OZ hasn't barked at him. Alright, so let's make our side that's too long stick out over here. Forgot to ink the CD cover. So it looks like we're going to have a little bit of an ink fest here in a minute. So you could leave it like that and it would be like a specimen thing. Just go ahead and trim it and re-glue it if you didn't want it to be open. But what we are going to do is we're just going to cut off the littlest bit, just enough to open the end up. We're going to re-ink. Whoops, I am so sorry. We're going to re-ink this side. Wonder if it matters. Put the CD cover in there. Yeah, we're not inking it anyway. Okay. So now this is our open side. You can see that this picture's in the back. We've got room to slide the card in and out. We have a nice little white border, which is fine. Let's ink the cards that I forgot to ink. And then we'll have to decide what we want. I think we're going to go with the bigger one, just simply because we'll have something sticking out to pull it out, you know, in and out. I'm inking all of this off camera. I'm not used to having such a small space to work. Well, it isn't a small space to work, but it's a small area. It's under the camera. So let's go with this for now. Looks like that would stick out a little bit too. So when you put this in there, it covers the picture with its own picture. See? And then this is the part you pull out. Now I feel that's a little long, but if we cut it, we're going to cut off part of our decoration, which if we cut it down the center, I think it would be all right. Or let's look at this card. Look at that. That's much nicer looking. Let's go with that. So let's ink this. Sorry about all the inking. I inked the wrong one. Even though I might trim that down and put them both in there. Usually with the space that you have, the amount of space you have inside the envelope, it's better to just use one. But this has writing on the back, writing space. So that's good. double check. Look at that. That is so cute. Okay, let's take the card out and put the ephemera on, or the ephemera on the ephemera. Now, do I want to, yeah, I'm going to do it top and bottom. Just on the front. It made such a light mark, now I can't see it. Yes, indeed. Well, I know it's there. Oh, there it is, right. You want to hold this down tight when you're doing such a small piece. Okay. Then we'll measure this against here. Put an ephemera on our ephemera. So the only thing we have to ink on that is the two ends that we cut off, because I already inked everything else. Okay, so we'll glue those on. This is going to be very, very cute. Like I said, you could leave the card out. It just depends on you. This looks directional to me, but it probably isn't. Looks like I cut it a smidge short. I don't know what is wrong with me and my cutting today. We'll put the flowers over it anyway. Had to look at it to see what direction I thought it should go in. Okay, so let's put the flowers down here. We'll put the butterfly up here. Now, if you wanted to, you could put glossy accents on this, and it would make it shiny, and it would make it awesome. Let me show you something else you can do with the glossy accents, and I'll show you what a butterfly looks like with it on. You can also see, this is the difference between one with and one without. You can see that. Then I also, as it was drying, I smushed the wings up, pushed them in together, and they curved them in the middle. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it looks like a V. It looks like those little seagulls you draw on a painting. So that would be really nice on this, and it would be something I would seriously consider if I were you. Put my butterfly box away. Let's see, where do we want him? Not my inked him, but I've decided this one is a him because it's very colorful. Put him up here. Now this ink is gonna do a little bit of a number on this plastic possibly, so we want to make sure to get it right where we want it before we lay it down onto the plastic. You won't really be able to get it back out. Sorry about that. I have my phone on my, like I said, my son came to visit from Tennessee and he's flying home, and I told him to text me real quick when he got there so that I knew that he got there okay. I mean, I know he's almost 40, but texting your mom, he got there okay. Still. Now I just glued the center so that at some point, if you wanted to, you could lift the wings up a little bit. It just depends on where it is in your book. If it's stuck in there to where you can't do anything with it, do you know what I mean, and it's just going to get smushed flat, then there's really no point. I really like it like that. Let's put the card back in. This is the same picture, only facing the other way anyway. There's your card, so you can take it out. And that's our CD cover. Let me see if I can get this board out without making any major accidents or incidents. That way you can see it better. This is what I use when I take pictures. So there you go. You can see that better. I know it's kind of shiny in the center. That's our project. And there's the kitty on the back, and it's embossed. Should ink the back of that butterfly, shouldn't I? There we go. Looks like a shark fin. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, so there it is. So that's our project. That makes it the end of our video. I will see you in the next video, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.